At this very moment, probably my most favorite perfume. You of course already read the title, Ford Beau De Jour. It definitely smells amazing. So let's talk about it. This is of course the Bold and Beardsmen channel, the channel with everything for the Bold and Beardsmen, the bold, the bearded, and just men in general. We're talking about beard care, shaving, and of course perfumes. So let's see what Beau De Jour is all about. This fragrance is an aromatic fougère, a fancy name for a bit older kind of fragrance, and it definitely has some old school vibes. So if you really like, you know, the fragrances of the 70s, 80s, that kind of fragrances, you most likely like this one too. Yeah, just a blast of lavender. It's launched in 2020 by Tom Ford, of course. So it's a pretty new Tom Ford fragrance, and I would say it's kinda semi barbershoppy. You can buy it, at least in the Netherlands, for around 125 euros per 50 mils. If you're lucky, a little bit lower. I've bought this one from a German site called EC Cosmetic for a little bit less than 125. I don't know anymore. But if you live in the Northern Europe, check that one out. It's not sponsored or whatever, but that's where I got this one. Let's go on to the top notes. It's very lavender heavy because it has two kinds of lavender. It has lavender and lavender extract. So you might already have guessed it, but it's a bit kinda lavendery, a bit lavender heavy, but still a very nice opening of this fougère. The mid notes are rosemary, oak moss, mint, basil, and geranium. So great old school fougère kind of note breakdown. Of course, the what did I say? The oak moss and the geranium are most often found in the base notes, but in this one it's in the mid notes. So and it's great because it provides kind of right away the geranium and the oak moss. The mint is way too overpowered. It's just there to freshen it up a little bit, but it's not really minty. And the mid notes are, in my oh so humble opinion, the star, the highlight of the fragrance. And going on to the base notes, you get patchouli and amber. To my nose, it's a bit more cleaner, fresher kind of patchouli, but in combination with the warmer amber, it's a very nice scent. It's a very long-lasting fragrance with a moderate silage. If you really exaggerate your sprays, it could be a room filler, but it's really more a gentlemanly fragrance. With normal free sprays, you get about 1 meter and a half of scent bubble. The battle between the lavender, geranium, and the oak moss against the mint and the basil make it feel, or rather smell, kind of outdated. Really old school. If you don't like the old school fougères, again, this is not the Tom Ford for you. It's a real nice smelling. You really smell the quality of the fragrance. You really smell that there are great ingredients used in the fragrance. But you really gotta love the old school vibe kind of fragrances. And personally, I really like to compare this one to Davidoff Zino. Also a really old school barbershop fragrance, of course with more rose in it, but rosewood rather. But that's a battle video for maybe a couple months or weeks down the road. Thanks for watching. Ciao.